Hello world, it's time for another shoutcast. I'm ComputerHeat, and today I'm joined by a special guest. It's Ohme.
Hello,
Ohme,
world.
yes, Ohme is the new editor-in-chief at COH2.org, the position that I had, and before me it was Twister, and before him was Razor, who is totally absent from the COH2 scene, but that's fine. And today we got a 2v2 game between Nevix and Mr. Beaver Patrol on the Allied side, and who do we have on the Axis side?
It is Ergovan and Morace.
Ah, I even selected them in the right order when you said that. So as you can see, we've got mixed versus mixed. So that's what I like to see. You get to see everything come out. And
Definitely.
we're both paused at 5 seconds. Let's just get this going. And 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Nevix's rear echelon troops seem to be running. Oh, I thought they were running out of the map borders, but no. They're just running off to go capture this
Just
top
getting to
point.
work, man.
Yep.
Gotta put some feet to the ground and get moving.
Yes. And Nevix has actually picked the commander already. He picked the recon company. So,
Morace has also picked one.
I
He's
see.
gone for fortifications doctrine.
Huh. Alright. So maybe we'll get to see some sweet zeroing artillery at some point. And I'll just quickly click over to Mr. Beaver Patrol and see if he has picked anything. Oh, it's doing that stupid bug where I can't see any of his any of his any of his stuff. But no, he
He's
hasn't picked
got
anything yet.
He hasn't picked anything yet. He's got Soviet shock army, mechanized support tactics with the ISU there and the mark target. He's also got counterattack tactics with everyone's favorite B4 super artillery.
Ah, yes. I understand there's a bit of a bug with that one at the moment. And
There is. It's been long standing and it's pretty abusive.
yes.
To say the
I
least.
I won't be shocked if we see that happen, although I will be displeased.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty dirty to use it. I'm not even gonna tell people what it is because it's that bad. But
Good.
I've seen it used a lot, and it definitely changes things.
So we had a double pioneer or a double stern pioneer start from the
Yeah.
OKW player. What do you think about that? You know, when you're playing as OKW, how do you like to have your early unit composition?
It's very map dependent because the stern piles are really good in those tight quarters. So on maps where you can get a lot of surprise flanks or you can pop out of corners, that double stern pile opener works pretty good. I don't always go with it right away. I'll go like a Volks or two Volks and then a stern pile because they're just so expensive to reinforce. And if you lose that engagement in the beginning, it can take so long to recover.
Yeah, and I think this is a map with such long sight lines in so many places. I mean,
Definitely.
it is possible to pull off some nice flanks, and usually when I'm playing as a German faction, I get really paranoid about getting flanked on this. Oh, these Stern Pioneers
You
on
can
the right
see,
are just
yeah,
getting
these stern
cut
piles,
down.
they're coming right in there against those guys. He's got to retreat them. There he
Yeah,
goes.
it looks like they
See,
should get out safely, though.
that was what we're talking about right there. He kind of walked in over the open. He went over the red cover there even and stood in it. You see where his bodies are? Part of that's red
Yes.
cover.
Yeah, the rifles were also, well, the shields showed them as being in red cover, but I think most of them were probably sitting in green cover.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we got Maxim spam going on from the Soviet player, and on the
Yeah,
left
he's going to
side,
be able to lock it down pretty good down there. He's got three of them. You know, there's just not enough units in the field to get enough flanks out to
no.
cover those three Maxims right now.
Not at the same time. Oh, we just had a rear echelon squad. Not a huge loss, go down with a VP on the right. And Nevix and Morace are fighting between the Stern Pioneers and the rifles, as the other rifles from Nevix have moved to cut off the access from their fuel on the left side of the map. And it looks like there's just a general retreat from all these grenadiers.
Yeah, it looks like the Maxims have mostly chased him off. Not much else to do there. I mean, there's just only so many ways you can flank from in this corner here. And he had good use of the supporting fire from the Maxims. He got one. Well, he's got one retreated, so chased one off. That'll help him get the fuel.
So Morris has put up a battle group headquarters near the munitions point on the left side. You can see that he's reinforcing and healing up all of his units over there. And I mean, it's in a decent spot where he'll be able to, you know, not get attack move destroyed by a bunch of, or sorry, attack ground destroyed by a whole bunch of AT guns from the left side, but still be vulnerable from up towards the VP.
Yeah, it's definitely it's kind of in between being conservative and aggressive with it. I mean, it's not too far forward, but those things definitely big risk versus reward in where you place them. I think it'll help him defend the munis here, and it'll give him a little shorter retreat path if he decides to upgrade it.
Yes, I'm gonna guess that with it that far forward that he will probably do that. And we see the Axis are now capturing the fuel on the left, but they've totally lost the right side of the map.
Yeah, notice this Grunt Squad here is in the screen cover, and he's got this Maxim setting in red cover.
Yeah, they've been shooting at each other for a while now, and these Grenadiers are doing just fine, not getting suppressed. They finally lost a man, but now the flamethrowers are going to come try to make the move. They've jumped out of cover, and they're going to get suppressed now.
Yeah, they got him.
Oh,
looks like there's a little action going on. Yeah, look at all those weak rifle squads. You know, if he can focus him down, he might get the guy in retreat.
Does kill the Stern Pioneers, they retreat though, but that grenade did a ton of damage, and that's forcing all of these rifles to go.
See, this is circumstance here. These Volks just can't get these retreating units.
No.
They just not very good at it. So he has long on Lieutenant, which will be interesting. I wonder if he's going to go with the very popular half track.
Yes. Right now he's just getting a machine gun. He has his ambulance up. It's sitting a little bit forward. You know, doesn't have his medics out, but it looks like he's just walking up his rifles to go heal up near there. While on the left side, the Maxims are just blocking everything down. And there was a mine nearly being built by Beaver, and he's sending his squads over to finish that up.
And not sure what happened, but Ergovan did pick a doctrine, so he's gone Spearhead, and so he will have access to the mortar half track, the Panzer Tactician smoke, which is really great. The recon flight's going to help a lot too, because it'll go good with the walking Stuka if he gets it, or any of those defenses.
Definitely. That's a really strong. We got a grenade going into Lieutenant, but he jumps out of the way. Nevix is too fast for that, and these Volks Grenadiers are not going to last long against the. The Lieutenant squad.
Neither will the Stern Piles, but they'll put some good work in here for a little while. He's smart to pull him back. That's smart.
Yeah, there is way too much stuff. I don't know if they spotted that machine gun coming up as well. And we got the mortar half track is moving up. It's got that cool tiger stripe skin on it. But how do you like the mortar half track as an answer to this MG spam? I'm imagining that's one of the reasons that he picked it. I mean, obviously, it gives those other abilities you were talking about, plus Tiger.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of the mortar half track. It does have circumstances where it really will burn a Maxim and just keep killing the Motto without it being able to come back. Definitely a lot of action going here. These shocks are moving into this machine gun.
Yes, so we did see counterattack tactics picked.
Oh, needs to get the machine gun out of that building.
Yes, it is.
Out of the church.
It's dead.
Oh, yeah, he lost. No chance of recovering it. Oh, are the Stern Piles going to get out?
If these squads come out of suppression, but it looks like they're not going to do that in time. But these Stern Piles are, yeah, they should not be charging up into all of that, even if they are suppressed.
No, definitely wasn't. They probably should have just popped in the building. Looks like the Axis have a lot more map control now. They've definitely beat them back around the flanks here outside by the VP. But we got two rifle squads going out to tackle this Volk squad in the corner.
Ah, yes, there we go. They're very lackadaisically retreating away from that. And over on the left...
There's the flame strike we got there. He missed the blob, but he did drop a flame strike on the reinforcing group.
Yes, it looks like all of that's just moving off a little bit further to the west to go completely overwhelm this one Pioneer squad. That's a bit overkill, but, you know, whatever it takes, I suppose.
Looks like Ergovan's floating quite a bit of munitions here. He could be upgrading those Grants, the LMGs would help them a lot, actually. The LMGs 42 is great against the riflemen, and inside the buildings it does a lot of work against machine guns.
Oh, we have a Greyhound out. I don't think I've actually seen much of the Greyhound.
He may lose it straight away.
Yeah, it's lost about half of its health. It's upgrading the armored skirts too, but ooh, that lucky that was just a scatter shot right there.
Into the ground.
Back away. Something did die from... Oh no. Ooh, the Stern Pioneers retreated back to the battle group headquarters,
Yep.
but there was a rifle squad waiting to intercept them, and intercept them they did, and they've gone down. So
Looks like they're reclaiming the fuel on the left side. They're planting a couple mines down. You can see he put them both on the sides of the little crater there, so that when a squad goes in for cover, it'll get hit by the mines and that fuel.
yeah, I noticed also that one of the players, I didn't see who it was, but probably one of the German players, looks like they used attack move with a squad, or attack move or attack ground with a squad of flamer pyos to just burn that building down.
I'm not seeing any flamers here on the Austrian side. It looks like the Greyhound's pushing in. He's trying to get some shots in on that. He might get wrecked though. Here it comes.
Yeah,
Into the ground again.
He does have the armored skirts up now. Do you know about how much that improves his durability against shock troops taking a ton of damage now? And down goes the
Ooh, there he goes.
Greyhound.
It's dead. All right, we got a lot of grunts coming out here. Let's see what he can do. He's getting his machine gun set up here to the lieutenant and the VP.
Yeah, so now the map control is firmly swung back in the favor of the Allies as
They got the initiative here. Definitely, as you were saying about the Greyhound, those armored skirts, pretty good protection against small arms fire from the side and the front, because normally they're very susceptible, like most light vehicles. Doesn't protect you against Shreks really. Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like the old one where I think, or I should say, the company of heroes one Greyhound just got a large HP increase when you bought the upgrade.
Don't believe it's HP. It's just a little bit of armor, which is great against, because if a Sternpow squad gets behind them or an Obersoldat and shoots them behind, they can do a lot of damage to those vehicles. So it definitely helps them stay in the fray against small arms.
The Schwerer Panzer headquarters is going up now from Morace, or Morace, or Morace.
Morace. Yeah, he definitely. It's not too far forward. It's kind of an interesting spot. It looks like he wants to protect his forward headquarters.
Yes, I think, and this is something I was talking about in the last cast that Kilrathi Soldier and I did together, which is, you have to decide: do you want to get the ideal positioning of your buildings, or do you just need to get it out as fast as you can? And sometimes that's the call that you have to make. And they've been pushed quite a lot in this match. That they could try to hold off on building the tier 4 and then get into a better position, but by the time they do that, it could be too late, and the units they want to get out of there will be maybe moot at that point.
Yeah, it's definitely, one thing to notice about where he's placed this Schwerer Panzer headquarters is it blocks the road, and I'm not sure if that's good for him. He's going to have a hard time maneuvering some of his vehicles in there. If he wants to get out of a fight quickly, he won't be able to use the road speed.
That's definitely true. Perhaps you'll see that come into play later. So we have bars upgraded from Nevix, and we see a double vet squad of riflemen on the right flanking this machine gun. And that's a really nice flanking move to let the one squad draw the fire while the other one runs around from the side and chases off the machine gun.
Definitely. There's so many machine guns sitting in the middle right now, it's going to be hard for either team to move.
Yes.
5 from the Allies side.
Is it 5? Oh my god.
Let's see, there's 4 Maxims, I believe. And then there's the USMG. Right now, Morace, his army value is about half that of the other players. So he's a little bit behind. He's only got 2 Volks. He just got a Lukes out, so we'll see. It's coming down the field now. We'll see if that helps clear it out.
That could be good. There's not a lot of AT from the... there's some kind of
just the one
off-map coming in. I think
this.
that's major artillery. Yes, major artillery coming in near the battle group headquarters in the Lukes. But, I don't know. Major
Looks
artillery
like he's kind of sitting back.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
AT gun's moving forward, getting position for the Lux. The Lux going off to the right. You might miss him there. The Grens are going to get sight on him.
Yeah, I gotta see that AT gun is the only piece of anti-tank, apart from mines and AT grenades, that the Allied players have right now. And the Luke's just going to be able to run rampant on them unless it hits a mine. So as long as it can keep its engine, it should be able to get out of any fight safely for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, definitely. There's not too many 18-8 squads running around. A couple of them are still not vet. It looks like Mr. Beaver Patrol's got quite a lot of fuel saved up. He's sitting at 309. What do you think he's saving for there?
Interesting. Yeah, he hasn't built beyond tier 2. He hasn't tech past there, so I imagine he's just going to start getting a whole bunch of KV-1s since those become available in
Yeah,
a CP and
he
a
might.
half.
He's definitely got manpower to spend. He hasn't. He looks like he's building his tier now. He's going for the mechanized armor
Very good.
Kempaya, tier 4. You know, that's a really good choice with the counter-tech tactics because you can unlock the Su-85 and also you can pair it with a KV-1, which allows you kind of a fighting tank. You know.
Yes, it's a really nice combo.
It's one of my personal favorites to go tier 2, tier 4 with counter-attack tactics.
And shock troops are always just a ton of fun to use. I mean, I know guards are often a little more useful, but I just love using the shock troops.
You know, a lot of people give them a bad rap. I think there's definitely a larger problem of long-range weapons, but
yes,
they're still good. It looks like the Lux here is going to harass him. He might get a squad wipe and retreat, but the AT gun's coming in. He's about to take a shot at him. Oh no, he's just out of the arc.
Oh, very nice.
Just out of it.
There were no mines on that road or around that position, so he can just keep running rampant. And he doesn't have the tier 1 ability unlocked, so he can't, you know, turn himself invisible.
Oh, AT gun's gonna take a shot.
At.
He's probably gonna get away unless he's. Yeah, you know, he could have got that Lux. He just took too long to return that AT gun. He had it facing off to the right too much.
Oh, one of the mines on the fuel on the left finally gets hit. There's still another one, just slightly to the right of all those spots. Oh my god, so many machine guns.
Really is. I mean, it gives them a lot of leeway in holding this cutoff, you know, one machine after the other. Looks like, there's a Sherman up here at the top getting hit by a Shrek, but there's a rifle squad and lieutenant advancing on it. They're going to have to retreat.
Yeah, which they do wisely.
You know, let's see, let's see what kind of AT we got. We got 2 Shrek squads from Morace and then the Lux, and then Ergovan's got a pack. And that's it for AT, so they're still pretty short on AT.
Yes. Ooh. Oh,
I'm still wondering why Ergovan hasn't purchased LMG 42s yet. He's got munitions to spare. They're a really great upgrade. You know, it just does so much more damage.
Oh boy, things are gonna start getting ugly now for the for the Germans, as Beaver Patrol is building the B4 howitzer in his base.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The B4 is a game changer. The other artillery in the game, not so much, but this one really can change the fate of, especially a German faction that's relying on their buildings, because it can really hammer those things.
Yeah, and I mean, they know right where the Germans have been setting up almost this entire time. This first shot could be just absolutely brutal if it lands between the, oh, and here comes a recon flight in to spot for it as it finishes, as it completes.
Yep.
Now, we've actually already had one plane get shot down on the left, but I feel like this B4 is going to fire right over here on these buildings. Can you tell me what's happening on the left of the map by the fuel?
By the fuel,
right, by the Sherman.
Where's this B4 pointing at? He's not pointing up. Let's see, the Sherman's chased off some guys over here. There's a hapless Obersoldaten squad fighting it, but he's about to get chased off. There's no way he can win against that. Fuel in the bottom. Looks like the Allies are going to be able to hold it. They're chasing off a machine gun. It's pinned now.
Alright.
Oh, the B4 is turning. Looks like it's getting ready to shot.
Oh my god, all the trucks are setting up right at the same spot.
I think the B4 is getting ready to shoot here.
Come on, do it already. Wait, did
he turned it. Oh, it's sitting. The anticipation. Yeah, with all those buildings right there, that's just such a cluster to put outside your base. I don't think that's good strategic decision-making when it comes to vehicle pathing or artillery.
No, certainly not. This could be really disgusting. And I mean, the B4 seems to be, you know, quite popular these days, so they should really be expecting it. It's ready to fire right now.
The German players are suffering for fuel. I mean, Ergovan has 2 mortar half checks out, so he spent 80 fuel on that. He's got enough fuel now to he's teched up to battle phase 2, so he could build his tier 3. Oh, B4.
Total fail shot.
Missed. Yeah, it just missed. It's hit or miss, man, but when it hits, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So now they know about it. We'll see if they prioritize trying to get something on it. It's pretty forward. They could push in and get it with a mortar half track or something.
Yeah, but you know, destroying it is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in Spearhead, no off-map abilities that they could use to destroy it.
There is. The fragmentation bomb.
Will the fragmentation bombs destroy it or just decrew it?
It'll do it. The first, if you hit it once with Frag Bomb, it won't kill it. It'll just decrew it. A lot of Maxims over here at this cutoff. They really want to hold it. The Lux is in there. AT gun's moving forward. Is he gonna take a shot? There he goes. One shot. Is he gonna pull it back?
He could even take another shot and then use cautious movement
moving
to escape it. And now it takes another shot in the rear armor somehow. And off
the Shermans are engaging some Shrek squads up here. Let's see. The Shreks are down to 2 man though. It's pretty risky.
And we have gotten a bit more anti-tank from the Soviets in the form of an Su-85. So I mean that too would also be very good against all of these buildings that are just out here in the open. But you know, I think I got the B4. I'd like to see a Katyusha also.
Katyusha would be good. There's definitely a lot. They could punish them for building all these base buildings together when they come on retreat. The Shermans are starting to pile up here because the Axis players still don't have any real fighting tanks to take it on. They're relying on PAX and Shreks, and they just don't have enough of them.
No, definitely not. And you know, like you were saying, if it's short on fuel too, it's gonna be a while before they can get, you know, anything really. The OKW player's got what 102 fuel right now, so he can't afford to get a Yag Panther. He can't afford to get a Panther. And I'm imagining with all with all of his tier building stuff, he's gonna try to save for King Tiger, but I think he may be before that.
He may
well,
also
he did
try
the
to get
fortifications doctrine, yeah, so we could get a Pack 43.
You know, the thing now is the Allies are much more mobile with these 2 Shermans.
Yes.
And it's if they can take one out here, they may have an advantage. It looks like they're going to get away. The Pack can't keep up. The one's getting away with just a little bit of health.
Yeah.
They're going to have to retreat, yep.
I mean,
you know,
does it make any sense to even consider a Pack 43 with that B4 on the field?
You know, probably not. Probably not.
Well, the Germans are, you know, trying to maneuver around in the middle, but they're just surrounded by these machine guns and getting harassed by tanks. There's artillery that can fire on them as well.
I think they've made a mistake by not getting a walking Stuka. There's been a lot of machine guns in buildings, and it'll take out the building, wipe the machine gun with it. The way he's lined up, he's been lining up his machine guns this game. A walking Stuka early could have put in a lot of work.
Yes, certainly. I mean, he's getting use out of the mortar half-track, but it just doesn't do enough damage fast enough to kill these machine guns, and even when it does, you know, the machine gun's just available for recrewing.
Yeah, the walking Stuka's in a whole different ballpark with the mortar half-track in that regard. It also just, even if you don't wipe it, they suffer a lot of manpower bleed trying to reinforce it. And having to pull it off the field is a big factor too, because then you can take the territory.
Definitely, and that's something that, I mean, it's really... The Germans, while they had a large chunk of the map before, and here comes the first KV-1 tank, by the way. While they had a lot of the map before, the Germans actually have 2 mortar half-tracks. Oh, I think you said that a while ago.
Yeah, let's see. One's got 9 kills, one's got 23. So it looks like the first one, perhaps, is the one. Oh, the Lux might go down here. He's getting sandwiched. They didn't pursue. I think that's a mistake. They could have. Oh, well, then again, there were some Shrek squads there. But one more shot was all they needed.
B4 is preparing to fire. Oh, nice hit. Kills a whole bunch of Panzer Grenadiers.
Yeah.
But doesn't wipe any squads.
Did some damage to the building, and you know, it takes a lot of presence of mind to keep your building repaired when they're RDing it a lot.
That's
so
true.
I don't know what his stern pilots are busy doing. Looks like now they're repairing the Lux, but if he forgets to repair it, they can eventually take it out.
Yes.
They're getting some map control back. Looks like they beat the Allies are kind of split now on either side.
Yes, I went all scatterbrained and was unable to say that they were having difficulty doing that. They really have taken back a good chunk of the map.
It's good to get that fuel back.
It looks like they're about to take the one on the left also. These Grenadiers are in what has been a bit of a minefield. There's nothing around on that side to stop them. So this KV-1 could roll over and close the door on them.
You know, we're at 20. We're almost at we're 23 and a half minutes, you know, and the Axis only have a Lux out for armor. They're still pretty. He's got 2 Pack 40s out now. He's got a Shrek squad, but overall they're really short on armor.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to get a Tiger soon, but
he is really close to a Tiger, right? About 3 fuel. I'm expecting to see that as soon as he can, because He'll have the resources lined up in just a second here.
Yeah, I still feel like our OKW player is trying to hold out to get a
Oh, down goes the Lux,
Yep.
taking a shot by the SGD5. Yeah, he was asking for it, playing around over there.
I feel like our
We should have
OKW player is still trying to hold out for a King Tiger, but yeah, and here comes the just the Tiger. When a I think a Yag Panther would still be a very good choice.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where he could have gotten the Jagdpanzer a while ago and put some work in. They got a Jackson on the field now. They got 2 Shermans. King Tiger's going to have a rough time because it's going to get flanked so easily.
Not to mention shot by the B4. So the Tiger's taking on the KV-1 over on the left side of the map.
Oh, Tiger versus KV-1. Looks the Tiger's got this.
Tiger has not taken a scratch.
Nope, he's been safe. You know that
KV-1's too
KV-1's
far forward. He's going to hit a mine though, and it looks like the KV-1 is leading him right over.
He wants to bait him.
Oh,
he wants to bait him.
Boy, that's
he hit. Let's see. Is he gonna come up behind with the? He's got a Jackson coming around. The SU should make a move too. I don't know why it's not. It's that KV-1.
There's a
They're
pack
pushing
and
in
a
the right
Grenadier
Shermans
squad
too.
as well. They could move a little bit forward and threaten this Jackson. Try to help the Tiger.
He needs
escape,
help.
But he's not doing it.
Yeah. He's not facing his packed 40 right. Look, if he just moves it up a little bit, he can get that Jackson. But instead, he's just letting it shoot at him.
Yeah, there are 2 packs. In fact, oh, this Tiger.
The Shermans are
so
cleaning
much
house
damage.
on the right side.
Click over there and see what's happening.
You know, if
Like,
that
maybe a
SU
bit
was
too
smart,
late.
he could creep in with focused vision and get some shots in on that Tiger. It could have been dead by now, but he wasn't.
Definitely.
He wasn't helping him out. Oh, here's a Panther from Morace. So he has opted not to get the King Tiger and instead get a Panther.
Yes, it makes me wonder why he even bothered building his tier 2 in that case, the repair truck. I mean,
Yeah, I kind of wondering myself.
I just imagine.
I think he wanted the
stall
fuel
for
conversion.
King Tiger must have been the order of the day. Yeah. I mean, has he been using the fuel conversion? I haven't been checking.
It
his
is.
truck.
It's on. So he's converting munitions to fuel right now. It's been on for a while. You know, one thing to note here is that Morace has gone fortification, and he's not really used it. He hasn't built any tank traps, no flak cannons, no trenches, no minefields, no bunkers, no Pac 43.
No sweet zeroing artillery. Oh, are we gonna see a point blank shot from the B4? No, it doesn't look like it.
Nah, it's probably a little too slow.
Yes.
Oh, the KV-1's getting on that Panther. Shrek Squad's gonna come in. Unsuppressed.
I think that was the B4. Didn't really do a whole lot, but sure looked pretty.
It's squad damage. That Panther, it's getting threatened. It's just about to die. That KV-1's not going to pursue it, but
And he does
the
not
Sherman's got a
have
chance.
does not have safe territory to retreat back to. The Shermans are back destroying the base buildings.
Yep, Schwer is down. That means he's got. Nope, they're gonna have to pull back because the pack's interesting.
Yes.
Where was the Su-85 at? Oh, he was in the back getting repaired. All right. Man, that's the hallmark of the Panther, being able to get away.
Yes.
And repair. It's definitely that's what it is good at.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't use the smoke to do that. Once again, a curious lack of the use of certain abilities. Oh, everything's lined up here, just waiting for a nice, juicy howitzer shot to blow it all to pieces.
And he's got the plane right overhead. That looked nasty.
Damn, that's a lot of bodies.
That is a lot of bodies.
That may break the backs of the German players, but you know, the Tiger survived, the Panther survived. They killed a lot of infantry, but I mean, it's hard to tell how many squads were lost.
You know,
I did see a lot of numbers.
Especially with the fact that right now a lot of their armor, a lot of their power is in those Shermans, and they die really fast to Pac 40s. So 2 Pac 40s, a Panther, some Shreks kind of jumping on those with a Tiger, it can turn the game pretty fast.
I have tons of Panzer Shreks as well to just, you know, if they need to hop out from, if he's able to pull them out into some kind of flanking attack, catch them as they retreat.
It looks like the Shermans are retreating on the right side there. You know, one thing that people aren't doing is they're not using the target weak point from the Pac 40. It doesn't work on a moving target, but when those Shermans just sitting there, you hit it with a stun shot. If it lands, you can almost guarantee that you're going to kill that tank before you can move it.
Yes, it's a really annoying bug that it's not tracking the targets. I mean, I used to use it all the time back before that, well, broke. But,
I think it's always been like that. Has it ever? Is it really a bug at this point?
I thought it used to. Maybe I was just getting lucky before.
I know
Also,
the
it takes
vehicles do track the target. Their target viewpoint does, but the pack doesn't.
Oh.
I think it's a 10. Oh, good hit. Good hit.
I
That a
caught
Grin
that
squad,
one.
at least one Grin squad just got taken out.
Yeah, and the Panther.
Oh, the Panther was right there with it.
And it probably also killed a squad of Pioneers just because it was up still getting repaired.
You know, he's got the precision strike now, and that's dangerous because with the scout plane and the precision strike, if you see the scout plane, you've got to move.
Yes.
You have to.
Oh, this is really tough for the Germans. They've lost
They're suffocating on this one.
so much. They're just getting pushed and pushed and pushed. You
Got
know,
no room to breathe.
you mentioned a walking Stuka. That would have been good earlier. Are there any other things that you can think of that would have helped them out? I'm thinking, you know, this kind of a huge investment into these mortar half tracks that, I mean, they're both alive. They've been, or at least one of them's still alive. I'm not sure who the other one is.
Just
and they've been doing well.
The thing is, it's done okay. It's over such a long game. I mean, they do put in a lot of work, but it's the fuel expenditure that makes them kind of risky. The Tigers come into these jacks and just take right to the face.
Yeah,
but,
man.
You know, I think Ergovan as the Austere made a mistake by never getting light machine guns, even though he had the munitions, because
that's
in cover,
true.
you know, they will, if you're in cover fighting a machine gun, it'll take it out pretty fast. You know, it's very potent, especially against like in buildings, because it's so much firepower concentrated in one weapon that you can shoot out of any one window and do a lot of damage. So some of these small buildings, he could have used them to flank machine guns and popped inside and put pressure on them that way.
They're also good just for fighting against riflemen.
Yeah, definitely. You really need them against riflemen.
And I can't tell if that was the B4 firing again. Looks like it was. Doesn't look like it. I don't think it killed anything, but it did a ton of damage to the mortar half track, and that's going to be out of action.
Yeah, it lost its main gun. Oh, the Pack 40 hitting this KV-1. It's got a lot of health though. It's got damage into it.
Down it goes.
Oh, here it is done.
Man, took a few extra crits before it finally died. But it has gone down, and now these Panzer Grenadiers are turning their sights on this Su-85. But
it's a little risky.
Are stopping them. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any health.
Oh my God, that was brutal.
Was that the SU? Or was that the looks like the flames? They're burning.
It was the flames and the SU.
The Grins went down to a Vet 3 shock squad. Yeah, this is looking pretty. I mean, it's going to take a miraculous comeback here. They still have the Tiger, but Morace, his army value is sitting 22 out of his pop cap.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Puma is the first thing that he's built out of his repair truck.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's way too late.
It's far too late. It will probably get killed here, as we have other fighting going on at the trucks. But if you could tell me what's happening at the trucks while I follow these tank fights around the right, I would appreciate that.
It looks like they're just sitting here now. The pressure's kind of backed off these trucks. The Puma and the Tiger are both weak there. They need some repairs.
Oh, the B4 is firing.
Well, let's see where it comes in. It's going to come in right in the buildings, I'm sure. They know it's coming. They're moving.
Oh, I think I counted 7 or 8 kills off that one, but you know, most of them were just the automatically spawning medics from the truck.
Yeah.
Still.
The building's almost dead. You know, that's good for them. They can get one or two shots in and they'll be done.
Yes.
At this point, Morace, his army consists of one Sternpile, one nearly dead Puma, and then another supply truck that he can deploy. So he's got 2 units at this point.
Ugh. And I can see that the Wehrmacht army is also collapsing in short order. Well, the Soviets, they're sitting fine. The Americans also appear to be doing quite well.
They know that they don't have to be aggressive, so they're not risking losing things. So here you go, coming in behind this Tiger. Good choice, good choice. 2 Vet 2s coming in.
Now they're in a great position to just completely break the backs of the Germans. All of their tanks are in good.
They're coming down.
Here come the Soviet tanks as well. This Su-85 is going to be able to finish off the Tiger. Down goes the
Two
Puma.
Jacksons. Oh, the
Down
Tiger
goes
is
the Tiger.
escaping. It's done. Game over.
Well, that was a bit of a beatdown.
Yeah, I think a lot of strategic errors by the Axis players. They didn't get the right units to counter.
Yes, although
You know, with that many machine guns, it's pretty safe to get a Wehrmacht sniper. I think they actually work pretty good. You get a micro the heck out of them, but they put a lot of pressure on them. That, along with Walking Stuka, could have been a difference for them.
yes, especially once the well, I think even that the sniper, although it becomes much easier to kill later in the game because there are lots of things that will one-shot it even just with a scatter shot, that as the map gets more and more blasted to pieces like this, I'm just moving my mouse over and just getting shield icons for cover everywhere. It's just really, really easy to keep them in cover and use them to scout.
Definitely. There's something to be said about just the psychological stress you get when your units start getting sniped,
Yes.
because it's not, especially as Soviets, the machine gun's not going to die in a couple seconds, but it's enough to make you think about your position, and if you don't move it, he's just going to sit there and keep shooting you. So you can lure people out of their position. You can force machine guns to move and then flank in on them. It opens up a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that the stun round is also not something to underestimate.
Oh, definitely.
I was using it the other day against a U.S. player, and I think it was routinely like killing almost half the squad somehow. It feels like they changed it dramatically.
It does better when the squad's lower health, and also um, you pay close attention to when you use it, because if the squad is clumped up, it'll do more damage to them. So like if they're in these little holes you were talking about, those holes that are everywhere, they're pretty small. So a big squad, like a 6-man squad, will clump up in a tiny hole, and if they're at low health, you hit them with that stun round, the whole squad can wipe.
Yes. So, and don't have to limit yourself to just one. You get
It's
multiple
true.
snipers also. Make those weapon teams go down really fast.
They had a real heavy maximum investment, and the biggest threat would be riflemen to your sniper, or also like an M20 a little later, but the riflemen early on, and they had a lot of machine gun investment early on, so I think they could have locked down some territory, put some sniper pressure on, um, gotten those LMG 42s to get in there and long range damage on the machine guns, and of course, man, I think the walking Stuka was the critical thing here. They could have wiped so many buildings
Yes.
with the units.
Yes. And I mean, well, we'll have to see if that shows up. If some people start doing that once they watch this cast, get the sage advice from us.
you know, it's not a bad choice if you have a heavy maximum spammer to get that walking Stuka out as your first vehicle out of that building if they're that heavy in it.
Mm.
It depends on the situation, because you got to worry about light vehicles, and if you have whether or not you want to get a Puma, because the Puma's pretty safe against those light vehicles, M20, even a half track, stuff like that. But the walking Stuka combined with some other kind of AT from your Shreks to kind of cover you, and they'll do a lot of work on those maxims. You can turn the tide in just a couple seconds with one good barrage.
Yeah, I mean, plus if you're do things like barrage and then use shift orders to move them someplace else, it can be really hard to find the damn thing if you're the other
Yeah,
team.
you got to move it. It's definitely, especially with this B4 out there, because it's such a large splash damage, and that unit is so weak that it doesn't have to nail it directly to finish it off.
Yes, I believe you mean this Vet 347 kill B4.
Man, those things are miracle workers. It's what it comes down to. I think for a long time, before Western Front armies, that people were really big on the dive bomb commanders for that very reason.
Yes.
That without a good solid counter to that B4, it just sits in the back of the base and threatens you constantly.
I've been driven to the brink of insanity on a number of occasions by an enemy B4 in team games.
Oh, it's definitely big in team games. And one thing to keep in mind too, it may not kill a heavy tank in one shot, but if a heavy tank gets hit directly by it and it's down to like a quarter health or low, like half health, there's no way they're gonna put that heavy tank on the field until they repair it.
Absolutely.
So if you can keep a heavy tank in a constant cycle of falling back to heal and repair, and then coming back and getting hit again, it's still doing its job.
I think that describes the life cycle of that Tiger, quite accurately. And
I think it's the Panther. The Panther is the one.
yes, neither of them were able to do a whole lot without getting beat on pretty badly. Well, Ohme, thank you for joining me on this one.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. And yes. All right, folks. So there'll be a link to this replay. Well, actually, there might not be. This wasn't from the COH2.org replay section, but I think I'll probably post it up there anyway. And if you've got other replays that you want to see cast, just send them to computerheatCOH@gmail.com, or you can just PM them to me on COH2.org, and I'll try to get them out. So I think we've got a patch coming up soon. At least, I've kind of got my fingers crossed.
We're expecting one. It could very well be in just a few. From where we're casting out, it could just be 12 hours. They could do it Tuesday. There's been a lot going on with the balance that they've been asking for feedback on stuff. There's the map feedback that they were requesting. So I think they're gearing up for a substantial patch. So I'm looking forward to it myself.
Yes, I have absolutely no information on it, but that's fine. We can always speculate. All right. Well, bye-bye, folks.
So long.